created that part that no one else can feel but only him. Who can say amen? That is why for so many years I was out trying to do my thing, and I would have to get high to try to forget that I felt empty. I don't know if I have a witness here this morning, but I would like to see if anybody here ever felt empty before you came to God. That's why it is impossible to me to hear people say, I was better when I was in the Word. I feel like punching them in the face, because there's no way you are better in the Word when you're empty. You mean, oh my God, I'm going to get real up in here. I don't like to hear people saying that stuff, because my best day, if I can call it that way, in the world don't even compare to the worst nightmare that I've ever lived in the walk of God. There is no way that I was better before Christ than when Christ came to my life, and I'm here to lift you up and tell you you've been living in a process, but now God is about to lift you up. I'm telling somebody this morning, you've been walking in a process, but God is here to lift you up. In our text to finish for today, we see this group of 70 people, which in reality was 72 people. They came back to Jesus, and they're excited. They're excited. They're like, man, you know, even the demons to us in your name. And when you read the text, you realize at verse 21 that Jesus has a conversation with the Father, and he's telling the Father, Father, I worship you and I thank you because you have hidden this revelation from the wise. In other words, from the religious people, from the people that think that they owe that and more. And you have given that to babes, to child. That is why Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven belongs to people that have they got the heart of a child, the heart of a child. Because a child is always willing to learn. A child, when you correct a child, I can spank my son and correct him, and in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, he's coming back to hug me and tell me that he loves me. That is to have a heart of a child. And he's saying to God, I thank you that you hold these things from all these Pharisees, from all these religious people that would have used it to abuse the people more, and you have given them to simple people. That is why sometimes you feel like you're worth nothing in life. You know, for how long I lived my life thinking that I was never going to amount to nothing. I remember one time when I was about 17 that I was so sad and so upset with my life that I wanted to take my life. I wanted to die. And the only reason why I didn't do it is because I knew that someone told me that if you take your life, you're going to end up in hell. So my fear to hell stopped me from killing myself. I'm talking real up in here. I'm telling you, I've gone through stuff like you are and you've been, but I'm here to testify to you, he made a way for me. He made a way for me. He made a way where there is no way. He opened a new window for me to see life in a different way. I remember that day I said, I don't want to live anymore. Everybody's always, I was suffering a lot of bullying in school. Believe it or not, they used to bully me. Boys and girls bullying me. Oh, this is the Pentecostal kid. The mama looks ugly, and the crazy religious people, and they was always bullying me. And I was really skinny back then, so they used to call me names. And you think that, oh, that's funny now, and it's not even important. But when you're a child and you have struggles in church and you have pressure from ministry, and your father is expecting for you to be perfect, and everybody in church is expecting you because you're the pastor's son to be perfect, it is not easy to come to church and be judged inside the church when the church is supposed to be the hospital that really heal your wounds and give you healing. And I got to a point that I said, I don't even know if God exists. I don't even know if this is all. Church is not for until I got to a point that I said, Lord, I can't do it anymore. If you don't help me, I'm going to die. And you know what? He showed up in my life. He showed up in my life. And the good news that I have for you is that he didn't tell me, look at you. Look how much weed you have smoked all these years. Look at you. How much coke you have done. Look at you. How many beers you do. You disgust me. You stink. He didn't say that to me. He said, come to me. I love you. Give me your problems and I will give you salvation. Give me your unhappiness and I'm going to give you true happiness. Give me your hate. Give me your pain. Give me everything that is almost killing you, and I will give you a new life. He came into my life, and when he came into my life, he changed me. He transformed me, and he started to teach me how to live a new life. In the next weeks, I'm going to be teaching you how to live a new life. Stand to your feet, please. I told you it was only the introduction today. Next weeks, I'm going to teach you